You just finished a deferred adjudication in Texas. You did your time, you followed the rules, the case is dismissed. So the big question is, can you legally own a gun? The answer is not a simple yes or no, and I promise you, getting this wrong can have devastating consequences.
There's this belief out there, and it's a dangerous one. People think, hey, my case was dismissed, so it's gone. It just disappears from my record. I'm here to tell you, when it comes to your rights, that assumption can land you in a world of trouble. So is it really that simple? When you're talking about firearms, the answer is a hard no. The laws around this are like a tangled web of state rules and federal rules that don't always agree. So let's walk through it and untangle this mess. By the end of this, you'll know exactly where you stand. All right, first up, let's talk about Texas law. Because you need to understand that even right here at home, the state doesn't have one simple answer. It actually creates two completely different standards depending on what you want to do with the gun. Okay, so what even is deferred adjudication? Let's break it down real simple. Think of it as a special kind of deal. You plead guilty or no contest, but the judge holds off on actually finding you guilty. Instead, you get a period of community supervision, kind of like probation. You do everything you're supposed to do, and boom, the judge dismisses the case. No formal conviction. Sounds good, right? But here is the first major trap in Texas law. You see this? After a felony deferred adjudication is dismissed, Texas law generally says, yes, you can possess a firearm in your own home. But if you want to get a license to carry, an LTC, that same Texas law says no, flat out. It's a kind of legal fiction. Even though you were never technically convicted for the specific purpose of applying for that license to carry, the law treats your deferred adjudication as if it were a conviction. This means you're automatically disqualified. It's a roadblock put there on purpose. So that sounds pretty final, doesn't it? A lifetime ban on a case that was dismissed? Well, Texas law does offer a pathway to get that right back, but it's going to require some patience. A lot of. For nonviolent felonies, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Once your case is dismissed, a 10-year clock starts ticking. A full decade has to pass. After those 10 years are up, you can then apply for your LTC, as long as the original charge wasn't for a serious violent crime like murder, robbery, or sexual assault. Let's take a quick pause before we continue. If you're listening right now and you believe in what we're doing, educating, empowering, and helping real people navigate the justice system, then consider becoming a sponsor of the Legal Gangsta podcast. This isn't just a show, this is a movement. We stand on truth, faith, and real solutions for real people. If you'd like to be a sponsor, contact the Legal Gangster Management Team today at legal-gangsta.com. That's legal-gangsta.com. Now let's get back into it. Okay, so you might be thinking, got it. Gun at home is okay, but I have to wait 10 years for a license to carry. Seems simple enough, right? Wrong. Because just when you think you've got the Texas rules figured out, the federal government comes in with a major twist that changes the entire game. And you need to listen to me closely on this. Federal law is stricter. And when state law and federal law have a disagreement, guess who wins? The feds. Every single time. Let's get into the federal rulebook. Federal law says that anyone who is under indictment for a felony is prohibited from possessing a firearm. Period. And in the eyes of the federal government, when you accept a deferred adjudication plea, you are legally considered to be under indictment the whole time. This federal rule stomps all over what Texas law says. And getting this wrong isn't a mistake. It's a federal crime. Here's where the real danger is. You could be following Texas law perfectly, thinking you're doing everything right, believing you have the right to own a gun at your home. But at the exact same time, you could be committing a federal felony. And federal authorities can and do prosecute people in this exact situation. So we've looked at the Texas rules, we've looked at the federal rules. Let's put it all together now. Let's get to the bottom line so you know exactly what this means for you. Let's break this down. For just having a gun at home after your case is dismissed, Texas law says, generally, yes, but the feds create a massive risk, making it a potential NO. And for a license to carry, Texas already says no for at least 10 years. The federal law just adds another layer of risk on top of that. The pattern is clear. The federal NO hangs over everything.
If you hear nothing else I say today, hear this. This is the most crucial point. A yes from the state of Texas does not cancel out a no from the federal government. You cannot use a permission slip from Texas to get around a stop sign from the feds. In this fight, federal law wins. So this brings us to the final critical question. Knowing that you could be following Texas law but still be committing a federal crime, is possessing a firearm after a deferred adjudication a gamble you're truly willing to take with your life and your freedom? Don't leave your future up to chance. For help navigating your next steps, visit LegalGangster.com. That's legal-gangsta.com. And for all my listeners in Harris County, go to LegalGangster.com right now to get your 10-step Erase Your Criminal Record guide and start your journey to freedom and a clean record today. Now do us a favor. Like, subscribe, and share this information. It could save someone's life. And leave a comment to let us know what you think.